Okay, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Right, good evening. Miss Praveena, can you hear me? Good evening.
Good evening, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, good. Right. Firstly, I want to apologize to you. Say sorry that I was unable to start the meeting right on time due to power cut. Right.
Yes, I know that. Okay. Okay.
These days we have had to conduct, not especially I have had to conduct all my classes, especially all my online classes amidst a lot of difficulties due to power cuts. You know that yesterday I had to cancel one of my classes in the morning, all level classes. Today also I had to cancel an individual class, online class due to power cut. Power went sharp at 8, and at about 8:10 came at 1:30. There was a 5.5 hour power cut yesterday and today in the morning. Right now at night, 2 hour power cut. Today also power went at night. Power went in the evening. In the evening, power went at about 6:15 and came back at about 8:45 or 8:50. So that's why I couldn't start the meeting right on time. However, now now we have started. Uh, so Miss Pravina, Miss Pravina is new to our program. She is joining us from today. She is a new member. So Miss Pravina, tell us who you are. Tell us something about yourself. Give us a brief introduction about yourself. Are you from Valiveri?
My hometown is Salivire, but now I live in Ragama.
Ragama. Right.
Yes.
That means you are married to Ragama.
Yeah.
How long have you been living in Ragama now? For how many years?
I have been living there 10 years.
About 10 years. Now tell us about yourself. Start from Valiveri.
I am Pravina Dayananda from Ragama, and I'm married. I have daughters.
How many daughters?
4
Two
daughters.
daughters.
4 daughters.
You have 4 daughters.
Yes. And I used to work as an IT executive 10 years ago. Now I have myself Star Garments Private Limited, Katnayaka.
Star Garments. Do you know Mr.
Yeah.
Prashant? One of our members. Did you come to know about the program from Mr. Prashant?
No.
Don't you know someone called Prashant?
I saw post in FB.
On FB, right.
I joined it.
We have a member called Mr. Prashant, he's from Sidu, and he works at Star Garments. He still works there at Star Garments, and sometimes he will come today. Now, yesterday I didn't host the meeting due to power cuts. Sometimes he comes. He used to come every day. Now these days, participation is disturbed due to power cuts. Sometimes he will come. Now, I thought you came to know about the program from him.
No.
Right. Then your parents live in Valiveri.
Yeah, they live in Valveria.
Valiveri, where about? In the town, no, away from the town.
In the town.
In the town.
Germany Pharmacy.
What's the name of the pharmacy?
Germany Pharmacy.
Are they the owners of Family Pharmacy?
Yes. Yes.
I know. I am also from Valiveri. I live in Amberalur.
Okay.
No, I have been to your pharmacy several times to buy medicine.
Really?
To my mother, to my wife, I have been there. Right. Then what else? What does your husband do?
He's doing a transport job. His own business. That is container transport. Now these days little bit of drop due to the fuel problem and the pandemic situation.
Has he had to wait in long queues in front of petrol stations?
Yes.
Petrol. So diesel.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Then what about your 4 daughters? They must be schooling.
They go to school, Sumedha College.
Kampa Sumedha College.
Yes, Sumedha College. Elder one is in grade 5. This year, last year grade 5. This year grade 6. and the other one grade 4.
Hmm.
Third one grade 1, and little one she's going nursery.
That's it, right. Uh, then now you don't work. You used to work 10 years ago at Star Garments. You are a housewife.
Yes, now I'm a housewife and I have my own business. I'm making customized birthday cakes
Hmm.
because I can't work. That's why I start this.
Hmm. Uh, my my wife's ancestral home is there in Ragama.
Really? Yeah.
Ragama, Sebastian Road, nearby that army camp, not a camp. That what is it called? Basement, not an army camp. Near the Ragam bus stand.
That
Near Ragam bus stand, there's a statue of Jesus Christ, and there's a camp. And
yes, Navy camp.
yes, near that Navy camp, there's a road called Sebastian Road, Saint Sebastian Road.
Actually, I don't have idea about
Uh,
that.
right, their house is there now. These days, she lives there. She's pregnant and she lives with her mother. She's a nurse.
Really?
She's a nurse at Ragam Hospital.
Okay, really.
So I have close connections, close relationship with Ragam. I used to go there. No, I'm used to go there sometimes every day, every other day, twice a week. I used to go there to go and see them and come. Right, Raghav, where about are you in nearby Peralanda or somewhere?
I live close to Leeson's Hospital.
Leeson's Hospital.
Yes.
Now next month we are
From my
coming.
to hospital, it about 1 kilometer.
About 1 kilometer away from Leeson's Hospital.
Yes.
That means you should go past Raghav police station.
No, I don't pass. There is a lane
Don't.
beside Leeson's Hospital, Arlia Gardens.
Uh-huh.
That is the road.
Mhm. Now we are used to go to Leeson's Hospital these days to channel doctors. She's pregnant. Right. Now we have uh, uh, we used to go to meet doctor, not Professor Tirandes. He's the best.
He's a good doctor.
Yes, he's the best. He's the best. And now in about 2 weeks also we should go there. We should make an appointment and go to meet him in about 2 weeks. Right. I'm happy to meet a person like you from Ragam. Right. Right. Kalvit, how are you? What about power cuts in your area? Wasn't power cut there?
We don't have power cut.
I knew, yes, yes, in Ragam. Even my wife also said, now today power was cut. She said, when she called in the evening, power was cut in the afternoon, and power had come back at about 5 or 5:30.
We don't have power cut.
Yes, yes, she told me now yesterday, day before yesterday, power was not cut there. I don't know what
Yes,
the reason is.
because our line is hospital line. That's why.
That's why. Hospital
That's
like
why
there.
yeah.
Yes, the Ragam government hospital is there, Leeson's hospital, then Melstar Hospital, then
There are a lot of hospitals there, no?
labs are medical labs are there.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Now since they need continuous power supply, power may not be cut there. Then Kalmit.
Yes, sir, there was 2 power cuts
Hmm.
at about in the morning.
Hmm.
I think 8:15 and to 8:15 to 1:50.
8:15 to 1:15 here also.
And again in the evening, the power was cut at 6:15.
Here same time 6:15 and came back. At what time did it come back?
8:40, 8:45.
8:40 same time here, like here.
And today I have a maths class, but I think in my maths teachers area the power was cut. I think that's why I joined today.
I know I also have had to face a lot of problems, difficulties now I have had to change my timetable. Sometimes if this country, we don't know when this is going to end. Now the Gotabaya, the president has said that there won't be any power cuts from 5th of March, from day after tomorrow. We can't trust them. If it happens, it's good, but we can't hope them to do such good things like that. We can't trust anyone. If these power cuts continue to, if power is cut, if it continues to cut power for another 2 weeks, sometimes by until the end of this month, sometimes I will have to stop some of my online classes. Either I will have to either change the timetable or stop them. So these days I have had to face a lot of difficulties. I don't know what to do, and I'm fed up with these power cuts. Now yesterday I had a class, online individual class at 8. Soon after I started the meeting, power went and came back at 1:30. Today also same. Today I had a grade 6 individual online class. The boy is from Kandy, right? Student is from Kandy. Power went at about 8:10 or 8:15. Came back at about 1:30 or 1:45. Right. Now I had to postpone it to Saturday morning. Now, if this continues like this, sometimes either we will have to change the timetables permanently or stop them. Problems.
They can't continue like this because it will affect to economy badly, no?
It has already affected economy now. I saw on news yesterday, no, day before yesterday, if power is cut for 1 hour, the loss is, I can't remember the exact amount. 10, I think about more than 20 millions or 30 millions. Now, these days, power is cut for 7.5 hours. The total loss, the total daily loss may be, I can't remember the exact number. It's a huge amount, right? So if this continues for 1 month, the country will definitely be bankrupt. The country has already become bankrupt, right? Already the country is bankrupt. If this continues until the end of this month, for about 2 months, the government will definitely have to go home. They will have to definitely resign. Before that, people will come to roads and do protest campaigns, and the economy will be bankrupt. And all the sectors, right? All the sectors, health sector, business, production, transportation, all the sectors will collapse. They have already collapsed now. For example, when it comes to, when you talk about the transportation sector, private buses, by today, more than 70% or more than 80% of private buses are not running, right, due to lack of diesel. And trains, I think I saw on news that one official from CGR announced that fuel in their department will be enough for only for 2 or 3 days, right? And even government doesn't have money to dollars even to import formalin, which is used to embalm dead bodies, right? Formally, all the sectors have collapsed. And I saw on news that the gem miners in Ratnapura, they are also grumbling that they don't have fuel to generate their generators, right? And all sectors have already collapsed. Now, if this continues until the end of this month, there won't be any country. We won't have country to live.
But next week is school vacation. School vacation ends and school will start next week.
Yeah, schools
But
are
I don't know how the kids travel. The problem, they can't travel, no, without diesel.
Yes. Now the government says that a vessel, I think a vessel with diesel and petrol has come to Colombo Harbor, but I think they don't have enough dollars to buy. Vessels come to the harbor. They may wait for maximum 2 or 3 days, and if they are not paid, if their fuel is not bought, they will go to the next port, right? So let's talk about this. Let's ask Ms. Praveena's idea about this government, their policies, and what's going to happen next. You can say anything. Take your time and say anything. You can talk freely. Talk about anything.
And if, I think if they don't do anything, people have to take an action.
Yes, people will definitely take an action. Now, for example, I will say that day before yesterday, one of my friends who has close connections with JVP said that until the end of April, this government has their lifespan is until the end of April, because until the end of, they have only 2 months are remaining. They have only 2 months until the end of April. The parliament can't be dissolved, right? The time period of the parliament ends by the end of April. That's why JVP and other opposition parties are waiting, especially JVP. The parliament can't be dissolved until the end of April. So if the situation continues until the end, not until the end of April, at least until the end of this month, and if the problems are not solved, if solutions are not given to the people, they will definitely come to roads and protest, and government will definitely have to go home. They will definitely have to resign, right?
Yes, only and then
They are waiting.
other
They are waiting. They are waiting until the end of April, right? By the end of April, they will bring people to towns, people to roads, and I think their plan is to do a protest march to Colombo from everywhere, to gather people from everywhere to Colombo, and to pressurize, to insist the government to resign. After New Year, it will happen.
that have to do because the people
It
people
must
are
be
very
done.
suffering.
Not it must be done. Not that have to. It must be done. අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම වෙන්න ඕනේ කියන්නේ. It must be done.
Yes, because most people are suffering because they don't enough they we don't have enough food, we don't have medicine, there is a power cut every time, power cut, no fuel, and if they can't do this, if they can't do their job well, they have to resign. Give to someone else to do this.
Yes. This should be given to someone else who is capable of doing this.
Yes,
right?
The intelligent people, all are fools, no, not good educated one, and don't have how to manage this. They don't know how to manage this, how to act this, and how to manage this situation, because the only most problem is in this our area, the Western province, not the others. Those people don't understand because they are live in village. They don't have a fuel problem, light problem, gas problem. They don't have.
Because
Only
most of them lead simple lives.
Simple life. They have many foods in their villages, and they go to bed early, and they don't need power. They need no fuel because they have simple life. We don't have simple life. No, that's the problem.
Now I will tell an example, an incident as an example which has affected us, the teachers, right? Now, the prices of stationery items like A4 sheets, A3 sheets, for the cost of photocopying, then marker pens, the stuff that we use, the teachers use, right? They don't have a permanent price. They have a floating price. Again, right? Their value, what they have is a floating value, floating price. Now, for example, in the recent, Mr. Saman has come, right? In the past 2 months, past 2 or 3 months, the price of an A4 bundle, photocopy A4 bundle, has increased by 750 rupees. Increased by 750 rupees. Earlier, it cost 600 or 650 rupees. Now the price of a bundle is more than 1,000, nearly 1,500 now. A4 bundle, 1,400 to 1,500. No, not A4. Sorry, not A4. A3 or something else, right?
There is a dearth of papers.
Yeah, not only papers, all the stationery items. Now the photocopying industry, that those who are engaged in printing industry have worstly affected, right? They are one part who have worstly affected, and then it has affected us also, teachers, right? Now a few months ago we had to pay 5 or 6 rupees, maximum 5 or 6 rupees to get one photocopy done, right? Now the prices have increased, right? And they keep increasing day by day now. So for example, if I say the cost of one photocopy, to double side one photocopy may be 7 rupees. Now sometimes by tomorrow it can be 9 rupees, 10 rupees. By next week it can be 12 rupees, like that. right? Printouts, the cost of printouts, they keep increasing day by day. They don't have a permanent, fixed amount, fixed value. They keep increasing. That's why that's why I said it's floating value, for floating price, right?
Not
Then
only the stationery items, all the things are like that.
all the items, right?
All the
Then
items like that.
then I was supposed to say give another example. I forgot it suddenly. Anyway, right, Miss Saman, good evening.
Good evening. Sorry for the delay.
It's okay now. Was there power cut in your
Yeah,
area?
yeah, power cut. Power cut, yes.
Uh,
We are in the
every
same
day,
area.
every day I
Every
forgot to
day
ask
same
you.
time.
Same, right? Every day I forgot to ask you where you are from.
Sorry,
Where are you? Every day I forgot to ask where you are from. Where are you from?
Maharmandi.
Maharmandi. Right,
Yeah,
right.
very close to your location.
Right,
We are in the
right.
same. We are in the same area.
Same area, yes, yes. Maharmandi, where about? Nearby Keselvat?
No, no, no. Just close by the supermarket. Yeah.
Maharmandi,
Kales,
what?
Kales, and other one.
The Keels, right, right. I can remember, right, right. Now we were talking about uh, the rising cost of living.
Yeah.
The real problem, rising cost of living. If this economic condition continues for another 2-3 weeks, what will
Everything.
happen next?
Yeah. Everything has been gradually increased. No?
Not yes, not gradually, drastically. Prices of everything has
Drastically, yeah.
drastically increased. Now by
Within
today,
a short period.
now
Within short period.
yes, within a short period. Now the president has said that there won't be power cuts from 5th of this month. That means day after tomorrow. Is it true?
No, no, it won't happen because
It won't.
a
It's
lot
a
of
joke
people have
alone.
given their comments only for comments, but that is not the reality.
Then if this continues like this, they will definitely have to go home, resign.
Yes, today also I think they have removed 2 ministers, but I feel that
Let's call it shuffling the card pack. Shuffling the card pack again. Mixing.
yeah, but I
Shuffling.
think another drama behind the screen.
Yes, I also thought that it's another drama.
I forgot to tell you, Miss Pravina is new to the program. She joined today. First, she's a new,
Yeah.
our newest member. She's
I
from
see.
Ragam,
Uh,
right? Now, Miss Pravina, Mr. Saman he's an army colonel.
Ah, really?
Yes, he's an army colonel. He joined us about 2 or 3, no, last month. No? Last month. Now he has been joining us whenever possible. Whenever he is free, he comes, and every day we used to
not
have a
regular,
good discussion.
not regularly, but once in the blue moon, no?
Not once in a blue moon. Let's call it. Now, no, I know that everybody can't join every day. Now, here you can join whenever you are free. Right?
Yes, yeah.
Right. Then let's give a chance, Mr. Someone to say something. Any news or anything about the crisis between Russia and Ukraine, the crisis in Sri Lanka? We have a lot of topics to talk about.
Yes. Really, actually, today I couldn't find anything, but yesterday I was able to read some news with regard to this crisis of Ukraine and Russia. I think it has happened due to expansion of NATO. After the post Cold War, the Russia and the Ukraine, and not Russia and the NATO have a discussion with regard to the expansion of NATO power. So at that time, NATO has promised the Russia that hereafter we will never expand their power. But ultimately, they have broken it at the 5 times. Last in 1999, you know what has happened to the Yugoslavia. The NATO country has done the blunders to the
Yugoslavia or Czechoslovakia?
No, this is
Czechoslovakia.
Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia.
Yeah. If
What
I'm not
happened to
mistaken.
Yugoslavia?
No, they done a lot of blunders to the Yugoslavia. Now Yugoslavia earlier it was a very healthy country. Now
Hmm.
it has become a third world country due to this post Cold War situation.
Hmm.
And then only they had a discussion with NATO and the Russia. So NATO has given the concrete action that they will never expand their power towards the Russia.
Hmm.
But ultimately, they try to get the membership of give them the membership of NATO to the Ukraine. That is the reason, and also in some part of Ukraine, there are a lot of people who speaks. There are a lot of native speakers of Russia. The one part of Ukraine. So after the discussion had with the NATO, so Ukraine has given some lot of pressure to the that majority. So it was that is the one of the point that Russian has waged war against the Ukraine. It's one of the reasons. There are a lot of reasons, but now Ukraine plan is Russian plan is to some or other get the important cities of the Ukraine. Now they have already captured one. I have forgotten the name. Yesterday.
Kharkiv.
Now
Oh,
they
Kyiv.
are
Kyiv is the capital. Kharkiv.
Kyiv, I think that now they have some certain control by the Russian, but now they are going to a lot of economic value cities of Ukraine. So that is their plan. I think now they have completed 8 days. So within this period of short period of time, they were able to capture a lot of very important VVIP points, areas of Ukraine. So I think, according to my analysis, this will continue another 2 months or 3 months. Then definitely they will come to a conclusion.
Now,
Then leader will be chosen by the
the leader.
Russia.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the leader who wants to adhere to the
But we can see the
their
current.
own,
But we can see the current leader is not ready to give up. He keeps fighting.
but it's fighting. But now within another number, because Russia has not used their maximum power. Still, they are going as a
Now, yesterday I came to know that I saw on news that more than 75% of Russian army has been deployed in Ukraine now,
yeah.
and their
But
weapons, their vehicles, and more than 75% of the army has been deployed in Ukraine now.
yeah, but they have not still used their superpower machines and superpower equipment, like equipment.
And
So
by
finally,
yesterday they had deployed 4 or 5 of their most powerful ballistic
that
submarines
is, I
in Black
think,
Sea.
they want, yeah, that is why they want to show their power and the deterrent.
Mm.
They are going to their deterrent to the country. That is sometimes psychological warfare.
Mm.
Yeah.
And the other thing is now when NATO and Russia is compared, when their nuclear power is compared, uh, the weight of nuclear weapons that all NATO countries have is I can't remember 5,777 tons like that. 5,000,
Probably, yeah.
right? Russia alone have nuclear weapons to the weight of that weigh more than nearly 5,994 kilos, right? The total.
Probably, yeah.
Yes, when they are combined with the total weight of this, that is more than 10,000 kilograms. Now, the danger of this is, now you know the atomic bombs, those who have fallen to Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they weighed only
Hiroshima, yeah.
15,000 kilograms. Now, already,
Yeah.
if we take the whole weight of nuclear weapons that NATO and Russia have, they weigh more than 10,000 kilograms. Now, if a nuclear war happens, see, imagine they have the whole world will be ruined.
Yeah. But Ukraine, they also have some high trajectory weapons, but still they have not taken any targets of the Russian area, Russian region. If they got it, if they get the target inside the Russian important point, definitely Putin will use their maximum power by using their nuclear weapons. That is the problem having in NATO countries. They use that definitely by hook or by crook. They have to do it.
Oh, and the other thing I have heard that that still there are some independent areas in Ukraine. Those are ruled by some militants or not terrorists, militant groups, right? Now the previous
Supported by Russia.
supported by Russia. So Russia,
Yeah.
Putin wants them to rule those areas because that's then it is easy for him to rule over and pressurize Ukraine. Now the previous president of Ukraine, what's his name? I can't remember his name. The previous president,
Yeah, because
he had the friendly policy with Russia when ruling the country. But this one, the current president, has a hostile policy, hostile attitude towards Russia.
yes.
That's why he is
Because
not
of the
ready
NATO.
because of NATO.
Because
That's
of
why.
the connection which we has maintaining with the Russia.
That's why he want to get the membership of NATO and teach Russia a lesson. Now, at the initial stage of this invasion, NATO and the NATO member countries were not ready to support. They didn't support military weapons, their weapons or with their armies. But now they keep sending not their armies, they keep sending their weapons and military vehicles and ammunition to Ukraine.
But I think they can't. They will not send their
armies.
Armies because now if they send it, automatically the third world
will arise.
Rise, yeah.
Now, one modern philosopher has said that if there is a third world war, if a third world war comes off, there won't be any Earth, right? The Earth will have to restart. They will have to restart their history from the Stone Age. That means if a third world war happens, the whole Earth will be obliterated, and the humanity and the Earth will have to restart it again from Stone Age. We will have to go back to Stone Age. Now imagine the destruction, how would be?
Destruction. Because nobody knows about the real situation of North Korea also. They have a lot of nuclear weapons. So they definitely will use and they will support to the Russia.
Yes, and China and North Korea are supporting. They are ready. They are always ready to support Russia.
So that is the problem.
Right. Let's go to Miss Pravina. Miss Pravina, what do you think about this tension between Russia and Ukraine, and how will it affect us? It has already affected us. If that war exists.
And I think animals are better than this human.
Yes. After all, we are humans. Humanity should be given priority. Right. Now, did you see the sad situation when children are separated from their fathers? Some civilians when they were about to go to war front. I saw when they were departing their children, separating from their children. Those situations were very I mean, what's it called? very sad. Right? We feel very sad and very emotional situations. Very emotional.
Yeah, emotional situation.
Emotional. And already, I think already by today, more than 2,000 civilians have been killed in Ukraine.
Yeah. But correct figures are not being revealed, no?
Yes, the correct figures are not given. And their television I think center, broadcasting center or uh, something was
It was
affected.
under attack of the Russia, no?
Yes, it was attacked.
Yeah, you are referring to Ukraine
Yes,
telecommunication
Ukrainian, yes,
network. Yes,
yes,
it was attacked.
it was attacked. Hmm. Now, Russia is not afraid. Russia is not afraid of invading the country because now they have already economic sanctions have been imposed on them
Yeah.
by the European Union, USA, and NATO member countries. Right now,
Yeah.
they are not afraid of these sanctions because they have good ties to good business ties, financial ties with China. China is a huge
China
market.
is there.
They have a huge
Yeah.
market. They have already found a market in China for their products, and they keep and they import their they export their products, and they import products from China. Now, since they have already have connections, links, ties with the Chinese market, they
Yeah.
think that their economy won't be badly affected. But if this war continues for 1 month or 2 months, and if more sanctions, if more economic sanctions are imposed on them, Putin will have to think twice. And
We have to
already,
also think twice.
yes, right, Putin will have to think twice. And now already the USA and some powerful countries have closed their airspace to Russian planes. Now
Yeah.
already their economy has been affected. Now
But they can't continue this for a
they
long
can't
time.
continue. Yes.
So new markets will be raised, or new entrants will be open for the Russia, especially India,
Mm.
China, and most of the Middle East countries.
Mm.
So they will open avenues for them to have some trade agreements. Even in Sri Lanka also will have a lot of opportunities for our tea and other product
That means
because of this crisis. Yes. Only
that
thing, tourism. Will face the problem of tourism because most of the Ukrainians and the Russians were the tourism came to the Sri Lanka for last 2 years.
now the Ukrainians who have already come to Sri Lanka have been given they have been their visas have been extended for 2 months, to one
Yeah.
or 2 months, and they have been given free accommodation, food by restaurants and guest house where they reside. Now from our side, they are helped. They are given support.
Yeah.
I think their visas are extended, have been extended for 2 months for free.
For 2 months, yes.
And
But
it is said that Ukraine has the biggest nuclear power station, in all Europe.
Chernobyl,
Is it Chernobyl?
yes.
Chernobyl. Once there was a huge disaster, no? Destruction,
Yeah.
huge tragedy
Chernobyl destruction.
2 or 3 decades ago.
Yes.
And I heard the news about they have very good snipers.
Ukraine.
Yes, Ukraine
They are
army
said to have better snipers than what Russia have.
Yes, they have better snipers. If still, but they don't use their snipers.
They haven't used their snipers.
Yes. If
Now
they
I think
used, if they use snipers, then it will problem to Russian army.
No, I don't think now. See, imagine how big Russian army must be.
Yes, they are very big.
Now
They
it is
have big army.
still there is a long line of their military vehicles and military vehicles about 40 kilometers long line of vehicles. 40 kilometers
Yeah.
long line of vehicles are still trying to enter Ukraine. Imagine how big their army must be. How could such a big army be suppressed by using only snipers? What snipers can do is just targeting distant targets, distant special VIP, I mean, crucial targets and take them. How could such a huge army how could such a huge army be suppressed by using only snipers? And now they have already entered the country, they have already entered their capital, and they are about to capture the capital. Now once already these things have happened, what's the use of using snipers?
Yeah, I think at the moment snipers are not facilitated for them to win the situation. But if it is once they defend the area, so they can get the targets. I mean that the referring the the Ukrainian snipers, only they can get the targets once the Russia started putting up the defense. Then it will be statics, no? Only the statics the period of statics time. Both of them can have use the snipers to get the target, but in this war, I think snipers are nothing to do.
They may have nothing to do now. Already the army has entered. Right. Kalmit, let's give a chance to Kalmit. Kalmit, why did you leave? What happened? Kalmit, can you hear me? Kalmit, can you hear me?
Can you,
Okay.
hear me?
Okay, I can hear now. What happened? Why did you leave suddenly?
Yes, I think these days the signal strength is very low.
Yes, even in my phone I can see the E, capital E
Yes,
letter
yes.
is there.
Yes.
It may be due to power cuts. When power is cut for long hours, even internet signal, internet lines are also affected. Then say something, Kalvit. It's your turn.
Yes, actually, I couldn't prepare any speech today due to power cuts. I couldn't even watch TV news.
I also couldn't watch.
So actually today, my brother again is suffering from a high fever. Now he's a high fever means 102 Fahrenheit.
What about the others in the family?
Others are okay, but my father said, and father and I was very down with a headache. So when I'm coughing, the headache comes again.
That may be post-COVID complications. That's very normal.
I feel like my brain is moving.
Keep taking rest. I also feel, you know that I also sometimes I feel such difficulties, not breathing problems, headaches, feel lazy, feel tired sometimes, right? Those are post-COVID complications. When someone is tested positive, until for about 6-7 months, those complications are there.
Yes. Then I saw that Vimalviro and MP Vimalviro and Uday Gamanpila were sacked.
Yes. Were they removed from their ministerials? Now, who have been appointed for their ministerials?
I think
In place of Uday Gamanpila, Pavitra Vanyarachchi was appointed. I heard.
Yes.
Then in place of Vimal Veera's position,
I think SP Dijanayake.
another bugger.
Yeah.
A bugger has replaced another bugger. Huh?
Yes, today I saw a post.
Mm.
I think in United Nations that voting.
UNHCR,
101
UNHRC, United Nations Human Rights Commission.
Yeah, 141 countries support United Nations resolution demanding Russia and the invasion of Ukraine. So I think 41 countries abstain voting.
You mean
And
how many countries? 14 countries have voted in support of Russia.
yeah,
In support of Russia.
I think as I remember, and I think India or something that like that country, I can't
India
remember the exact.
abstained. India abstained from voting.
No, Sri Lanka abstained.
Sri Lanka abstained.
And 41 countries, so I think as I remember. So then I saw Sri Lanka request 300 million US dollar.
US dollar loan. I saw Facebook post, right?
I think it is fake, no?
Yes, maybe fake. I saw
Oh,
it on
might be
Facebook
fake. Might
that
be fake.
Putin receives a call from Sri Lanka asking a loan. Putin
Yeah.
says, at the moment we don't have money, but I will send you a missile. Instead of that, I will send you a missile. Right? Then what else, Kalvi? Kalvi. Now let's talk about this. Oh, yes, Kalvi. Yes, you can hear. Go ahead.
So I didn't hear you. What did you say?
It may be due to poor signals.
Yes. Can you hear me? So I didn't hear. What did you say?
I said Putin receives a call from Sri Lanka asking for asking for a loan. He says we don't have money at the moment because the war is going on. Instead of that, I will send you a missile.
I think I'm like if they invade Sri Lanka by now, it would be better.
Yes, it would be better. Right now, let's talk about this.
Have to put a missile to parliament, not other areas.
When all 225 MPs are gathered there, it's the ideal time to send a missile. Everyone wishes parliament is bombarded. Right. Now let's talk about this removal of Uday Gamampila and Vimal Nirwansh appointing another two ministers. This is my personal view. This is called creating the opposition inside the government, within the government itself. It's one way of ruling.
Yes.
You know that we have an opposition led by Sajid's party, Anandkumar Janayaka. Still, especially when we talk about Sajid Premadas's opposition, is not very strong. We can see that they don't have a strong backbone. Now already all the problems have come up, but still we can't see a strong agitation, a strong propaganda against the government from their side. That means the opposition is not strong, right? They don't have a backbone.
Still he is talking about his father.
His father, right? So one way of ruling, one way of continuing a government or ruling a country is when there is a poor opposition. One of the best ways to rule a country is creating the opposition within the government itself. Now, Vimal Veeramansha, Uday Gamampila, these guys are very good at doing this. They are the ones who they are the ones who supported Rajapaksas and who worked hardest to bring them to power, right? Even from 2005 to 2015, and this time from 2019, they are the ones who shouted on stages, and they are the ones who worked hardest to bring them to power. Now we can see, now this drama is very now we are very familiar. We are very familiar with this drama now. Whenever the government goes in the wrong track, goes the wrong way, these are the ones. They are the ones who come out of the government. For example, Uday Gamampila, Vimal Veeramansha, Vasudeva Nayaka. They are the ones. Ratulodi Ratanathero. They are the ones who come out of the government. They call a press conference and talk against the government. They keep criticizing, but They say that if the government keeps doing these wrong things, if the government continues to go the wrong track, we will go out of the government, but they never go. They have never gone and they will never go. The reason is they can't survive without support of Rajapaksas. Like they are like the ticks on the dog's body, right? The ticks can't survive without the body of the dog. Now they know that the dog is about to die. When they realize that, what they do is they just pretend that they are ready to come out of the government, but they never go, right? This is called creating the opposition within the government itself. It's a one good way of ruling a country. Or right? Did you understand what I said? It's a
Yes, I
drama.
understand.
It's an episode of another drama. Now we are very familiar with these dramas now.
But the 55 lakhs people gave vote
69,
to Sajid.
69, 50, yes, 55 lakhs. Yes.
55 lakhs. But I think it is very difficult to take Amroto. It is very difficult to take a very good position now. He can't get a good position after the death of the Mahinda.
Now we can
Then-
see. Now, although they had only 3%, 3% of votes in the last election, but here in this situation, due to these problems and economic problems and due to wrong management policies, now we can see majority of people, no, majority of our population they are still turning to Andu Kumar's side.
But
Now, did you
in
see?
our country, people remain everything in 1 week.
Yes, they can
They
remember
forgot everything in 1 week.
they remember everything just for 2 weeks and forget.
If they can give more facilities to the people,
Mm.
they will forget everything. Everything they forget and they vote them again.
Mm. Now, who talks about Corona now? Now, no one talks about COVID-19 now.
talks
Still,
about
virus is
Corona.
there. Still, virus is there. Virus keeps spreading. Still, people are dying every day. Sometimes nearly 1,000 patients are reporting. But in the past 2 weeks, past 1 or 2 weeks, we didn't see that people talking about COVID-19 even on TV, on media. We didn't see because the fuel problem, economic problem, the dearth of dollars, right? These problems have come up now. Once these new problems come up, the previous problem goes down. COVID-19 problem has gone down now. And people have forgotten that attack of Andu Kumar Janaka, X attack,
Yes.
right? Then what are the other problems now? Treasury bonds case, central bank treasury bond issue. Then Basil Rajapaksa's cases. Basil Rajapaksa was acquitted from all the cases against him. Now people have forgotten them.
Forgot everything. They forgot everything within 1 week. And
Yes.
if they give more facilities on the elections, people will definitely vote them.
Vote them.
That's what, and they build a new story. They build a new story and new member. Then people forgot everything and vote them again. It will not happen if the Mahinda died. They can't do it anymore. So he have to die.
Now, in 2009, when the war was ended, people considered Mahinda Rajapaksa as a god. No? People called him Father Appachi, and he was like a god. He was in the hearts of people. He was here. He was in people's heart. But the same people who considered him to be a god, wish his death now. People wish his death. People are waiting him to die now. Now see what a change it is.
Yes. Now I think when he died, all the people will make milk rice. I not definitely do that because I remember when the President Premadasa died.
When President Premadasa was killed.
Assassinated.
Then I remember people was very happy. People
were
was
happy.
very happy.
People were happy and they made milk rice.
Like that, when Mahinda Rajapaksa dead, people will be happy. I think they will make milk rice for week.
Actually, he is the one now. Now the whole responsibility, the whole responsibility of this situation must not be deposited to his account, but he is the one. He is the one who created. He is the one who pioneered in creating this corrupted system. Right from 2005 2015, he is the one who paved way to drug dealers, underworld thugs, and uneducated people to come to politics, come to parliament, come to provincial council, come to Pajya Sabha, and all the uneducated men and people, uneducated people, thugs, drug dealers who were around him. He facilitated them. No? He gave them good facilities, and he created a corrupted political culture which was full of drugs, ethanol, and underworld. Right. So that's why I said he is one of the pioneers. He's one of the pioneers of this corrupted situation, corrupted economy. And what they did is when an election was nearing, what they did was they gave government jobs to thousands of uneducated people. Right now, even before the last election, they gave an election place that I think 1 lakh, no, 100,000 graduates would be given government jobs, and I think they fulfilled that promise. But we can see there's an excess of there. We have an excess of government service now, right?
Yeah.
Most of them don't work. What they do is just idle, but every month they are paid. They must be given their salaries. Their salaries are paid by people's tax money.
Yeah. That's on other thing is
It's a burden. It's a burden to the country. Then what's the other thing?
the other thing is according to the now the Mr. President, I can't imagine how he did the war.
No, war was not done by was not done by
Yes,
only
I
himself.
thought the
Only.
war done by only Sarath Fonseca, and the credit must go to him, not
Yes,
the Mahindo Gotabaya. And when they act like this, like fools, how we think that he will lead the war? Only Sarath Fonseca is well managed it, and he did the war, not the Gotabaya or Mahinda. And the credit must be go to the Sarath Fonseca. And I really thought Sarath Fonseca is the ideal person for this country, because this country needs army law, not these fools.
Military ruling. What this country needs is a military ruling.
These countries need military rule. Not if not, they can't. These people can't manage.
No, actually, politicians alone must not be must not be scolded. The ones who must be held responsible for this situation is the common public, the people. They are the ones who elected. They are the ones who have been electing these corrupted politicians for the past 72 years. Right now, when we were granted independence by the Britishers in 1948, there was an excess amount of money in the country. There was an excess amount of money deposit in the country, which was enough for 17 months to import goods, right? But here in the last 72 years, what has happened is now we are indebted to the world. We are indebted, and we are considered as beggars by the international world, right? Now, who elected them? Who elected those politicians? Still, people keep electing them. People are the ones. Most people are lazy, right, and selfish. What most people want is to elect the leaders what they want, and to get what they want done, to get done what they want, like getting government jobs, to getting what's called tenders for their companies, to their companies, like that. So the people must be held responsible. They are the ones who must be held responsible for first, then the politicians, right? Those corrupted people and corrupted politicians have a good connection. They are interdependent. People depend on politicians, and politicians depend on people. Without their inter support, they can't survive. So people are the ones who must be held responsible first, because they are the ones who have been keep electing them for the past 72 years. This ideology must be changed now. This is the ideal time to change this ideology, people's thinking pattern. Ideology must be changed. So long as it is not changed, the system is not going to change. The system can be changed only by changing people's ideology. Most people are selfish now. Most people lack discipline. For example, if you go to road, we can see people don't have road discipline. Drivers don't have road discipline. Pedestrian don't have road discipline. Road discipline. Discipline plays the biggest role in developing a country. Now take Japanese people, right? How disciplined they are compared to them. Where are we? We are at the bottom, right? Discipline plays the biggest role. Once people must be disciplined, they must be given a good training on discipline. Then they must be given good political education, and they must be taught how to think generously, how to get rid of selfishness, and how to think about the country. Priority must be given to country. If we take Japanese people, they give the first priority to their country, secondly to their company, thirdly to their family. Here, what our people do is they give priority to myself, yourself, to your, secondly to your family, finally to the country. So how could the country be developed? People must be changed. People can be changed only by education, right? It may take another 70 to sometimes 100 years to change the system. A corrupted system which has been established for 72 years can't be changed overnight, can't be changed within 2 or 3 years, within just within Gotabaya Rajapaksa's tenure. It may take similar time, sometimes 75 years, 100 years, sometimes 200 years to change it. It can't be changed overnight. What's your idea, Mr.?
Yeah, but yes, I really agree with you, but I feel that history and the political science are most important two subjects as far as this situation is concerned. Normally, those two subjects start teaching grade 10. After that, only the arts stream students will teach. They can select the subject, but these two subjects mandatory from grade 6.
Yes, yes. From
Let's
grade
think
6,
about the
yes, yes.
political science and history.
Political science and history must be taught from grade 6.
Grade 6, because political science is very much important for anyone to think different ways, and they can get they can understand the situation in every country. Especially in Sri Lanka, most of the people doesn't know how to rule the country, how the party politics are behaving in the country. So if we taught the political science from grade 6, so people will tend to think the behavior pattern of the politicians, and how the countries are ruling their government, and the party politics, how they behave, and the international relations, and how developed country they do their activities, and the developing country as well as a developed underdeveloped country. So all those are taught in this subject. Just I thought, while you are having chat with with our members, that is the main barrier for us to amalgamate with this scenario.
Right. Finally, Miss Praveena, your idea. You can say something before ending.
Sorry?
It's your turn. You can say something now.
The thing is, may I know something?
Yes, you can ask.
How long it will take this chat?
How long, Miss?
This chat, how long it will take?
From 9 to 10:30.
From 9 to 10. So, okay. Because my kids is still awake.
Still awake.
All
Okay,
are
okay.
still awake.
Right,
That's
right.
right.
So I think education is very important to change people's attitudes, everything. Education is more because Anurakumar Dissanayake also talking about education facility has to increase
Must be increased.
because must be increased because this government is all the things
What?
all the things mm,
What do you want to say? I will help.
all the things are ඒගොල්ලෝ කපා හරිනවා. For the
Everything is
education.
castrated. Everything is castrated.
Everything. Then when the election comes, they will brainwash. Everyone's brainwash.
When an election
And-
is nearing,
then the people, or most of people are uneducated, and they choose that majority is uneducated. They choose always them for their votes, and giving so many things and the Iraq and give
5,000.
money.
5,000 rupee note,
5,000
one
rupees
bottle of Arak and a packet of
Arakan.
fried rice.
Fried rice. So actually sometimes people mostly people think give their vote, they think last time I will give to this person. When they go to the when they go to vote, they last 5 minutes they think I will put my vote to him or her. That's the election in our country.
Election culture. That's election culture.
Election culture.
Culture of our country. Right. Okay. Now time is about 10:25. Mr. Saman also left, maybe due to a technical error, connection error or something. I will end the meeting for today. I think I'm happy that today, although there were only 3 members, Ms. Pravina Kalmit and Ms. Saman, we were able to have a good discussion under various topics, no? About various things, about Russia-Ukrainian war, then the economic problem in our country and our political culture, everything. I'm happy with the discussion. And tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow we are not meeting tomorrow because tomorrow I have classes in Vattaland. The classes finishes at 9:30. When I come home by 10:15. Right? We are meeting again on Saturday, right? Saturday night at 9. I think at the weekend power is not cut on Saturday and Sunday. Power is not cut, so we will be able to start sharp at 9. So we can have a discussion from 9 to 10:30. So we are meeting again on Saturday. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I will end the meeting. So thank you for joining. Take care. Goodbye
sir. Thank
and
you.
good night.
Okay. Thank you, sir.